Hello, and welcome to another Rouge unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the 6-pounder, which is available to literally every single Allied division in game. So, by the start of the Second World War, the British realised that we needed some more potent anti-tank weapons, as our 2-pounders weren't really going to cut it for much longer. And so there was a design for a new 57mm anti-tank gun. Why 57mm? It was the same caliber the Royal Navy used for their 6-pounder naval guns, and so it was easier just to use the same caliber for manufacturing purposes. So the design of the 6-pounder was pretty much ready to go by 1940, but because of losing a lot of the equipment in France and the fear of a German invasion, the British just decided to mass produce 2-pounders instead of producing the new 6-pounders, as they needed anti-tank guns now, because they may not be later if the Germans invade the British Isles, which was never going to really happen. But by 1942, you should see frontline service in North Africa, to great effect dealing with Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs. The funny thing is, the Americans would also use the 6-pounder gun as the M1 57mm. Reason being is when they entered the war, their only anti-tank gun was the 37mm, which was pretty inadequate by 1942 standards, so they just used British designers. They needed an anti-tank gun now, they couldn't really bother trying to research whole carriers and whatnot, just use what the British use, and it's simple, effective, and it gets the job done. It would end up being the Western Allies' main anti-tank gun from the time it was produced to the end of the war. Of course, the major flaw was its lack of high explosive capability, so in the tank department at least, 75mm guns, either the American or British design, would end up replacing the 6-pounder gun to tanks. Also, it wasn't really great with dealing with Panthers or Tigers, but at the same time, the Americans would make the 76mm, and the British would make the 17-pounders to deal with those fat cats. In game, the 6-pounder is a 55 or 60 point unit available from A to C phase in pretty much every single Allied division, and it has run rapid. So we have the 6-pounder with 5 accuracy, 9 rounds a minute, 11 AP with 55 ammo, and 1 kilometer range. This is your standard, literally standard anti-tank gun. It can deal with medium tanks very easily, and the nice thing is it has a rather high rate of fire, so you can get follow-up shots rather quickly. The downside, of course, is no high explosive ammo. And if we pop down to the Miscellaneous stats, it has no armor, as it's just a regular anti-tank gun, with 5 HP, medium stealth, 13 km an hour, normal optics, and a light cargo space. In game, the 6-pounder is, well, your standard piece of Allied anti-tank equipment. It's available in every division, so you're gonna be using these a lot. And most divisions get them in A phase, and so you're gonna be using them an awful bloody lot. But considering it's such a standard piece of equipment, it's a very good piece of standard equipment. With its high rate of fire, you can get follow-up shots quickly. It's, alright accuracy, it's rather standard. Good amount of AP ammo, you won't run out of ammo with this thing at all. And the armor penetration value allows you to deal with Panzer IIIs, 4s, and Stug 3s with relative ease. Of course, when Tigers and Panthers get onto the field, you're gonna have pretty bad time with 6-pounders, but it doesn't mean they're completely useless, as they can still knock out the lightly armoured vehicles, half-tracks and stacks you're going to be seeing. And if you, get some 17-pounders and 76mm guns on the field, by that point I'd move my 6-pounders up to a more riskier ambush position, wait for Tiger or Panther to get closer, and then wait for a side shot or for enough range between me and the big fat cat to get a penetration shot. It's really just bloody great. Of course, the major downside is no high explosive ammo, meaning that you can't just have this holding the flank by itself. You will need a machine gun or some infantry to protect you from enemy infantry threats. But it's bloody great. I really cannot say much more about the 6-pounder. You're going to be using it anyway. It's not even a bloody choice. So just enjoy it, because it's better than a Pack 38. And I'm going to leave it off. Yeah, this has been another Rouge unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.